One of the first tools that I think you'll want to think about when it comes to cleaning up an image is the crop tool. I realize you might not think of the crop tool as a cleanup tool, especially in the context of older images that need a lot of work, but very often those small details that you might otherwise miss can really make a big difference in the final image. With this image, for example, it looks like it was a scan from a print, and we can see the edge of that print going around the outside perimeter of the photo. It also looks like the horizon line here is not exactly straight. So let's take a look at how we can use the crop tool to correct both of these issues in one easy process. I'll go ahead and choose the crop tool from the toolbox. That will apply an automatic crop box for the image that doesn't crop anything. It simply matches the outer boundaries of the photo. I'm going to start off by straightening that crooked horizon because doing so will apply a little bit of a crop to my image in any event. So I'll go ahead and turn on the straighten option on the options bar, and then I'll click and drag across the image. In this case, following the horizon exactly, but the key is to follow a line that should be either perfectly horizontal or perfectly vertical. I'll go ahead and release the mouse now, and you can see that the image is rotated, but at the same time, the crop box has been reduced in size. And that's been done to make sure that that crop box falls entirely within the actual image. By rotating the photo, the sides are no longer perfectly horizontal or vertical, and so if I didn't bring that crop box in, I would end up with some empty areas around the outside portion of the image. But you can see that there's still a little bit of that white border at the bottom right of the image as well as the bottom left, and so I'm going to drag the left edge inward just a little bit, and I'll also drag the bottom edge upward just a little bit, and then I'll want to carefully evaluate the rest of the image to make sure that all four corners are inside the photo. And of course, if I'd like to, I can apply some additional cropping for aesthetic purposes, but in this case, I think that takes care of all of the adjustments I need. I've straightened that horizon line, and I've also cropped away that outside border of the photo. Note that I have the Delete Cropped Pixels checkbox turned off, and that means I'll be applying a non-destructive crop. Instead of deleting the pixels that are currently outside that crop box, I'll simply be adjusting the document size so that those areas are not visible. I'll click the check button in order to apply that crop, but keep in mind that because I performed a non-destructive crop, at any time I can simply choose Image, Reveal All in order to increase the size of my document so that I'm able to see all of those original pixels. The image will still have been rotated, but the cropping will actually be done in a non-destructive way. So as you can see, the crop tool can be very helpful when it comes to both straightening an image as well as to remove extraneous elements from around the border.